I really need to get a new tripod or something, because the new camera, you just cannot hold it for too long without your shoulder going dead. So since the last couple of videos, we've got a new camera, a new lens. It's a big motherfucking setup, and it's pretty cool, and hopefully I look a lot nicer in the lens, which I need to actually stop looking at, because instead of looking at this big ass fucking lens right here, I always look up at the screen. So I need to get rid of that, because I know I'm in focus. Oh my god, a lot has happened since the last video last week, between these two videos, which I'm going to take you through now. So I first ended up with a fucking stomach bug. I need to sit down, man. Shit. Oh, that's better. A lot has fucking happened since the last video, but we're back, and I'm coming back to life, because for the last 2 weeks, man has been knocked out and dead. Like, how did I just before just do the do on this? Jesus, I need to just get back in my flow. I apologise if you can hear dogs barking in the background. They're absolute nut jobs at the moment. But as I said to you, I got knocked out with a stomach bug over 2 weeks ago now, and that went on for like nearly a full week. We then went to Manchester for the coach convention, which will be coming up hopefully next week for you here on the YouTube, and our trip to Manchester. Came home then, I went out with the lads one night, next day dead. I got knocked out with the man flu, so I've been knocked out with that for like another week. I was in my own fucking world for that, for like nearly a full week, just in my own world. So now over the last couple of days, I'm only just gone back to training. I'm only just gone back to getting all my meals in, and basically nailing things again, and actually being a proper bodybuilder. So you've come back exactly at the right time as well. So in terms of training, in terms of food, basically I'm on week 1 now of my training block again. So I do about 5 weeks of training, and then I usually take 1 prescribed week off of training and deload. So my training is progressive. Food is the other thing. So since I started with Christian, which we need to go back in time and explain that as well, which I'll do for you here today as well, just so you're all in the loop. Food has taken like 1 bump, I think, since the very start. Obviously I've been knocked out there for a couple of weeks. I've been working with Christian now for 8 weeks. I think this is week 8. I had my check-in yesterday, and what I will do for you is I will pop pictures. So YouTube, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can keep up to date with exactly what way I'm looking and everything like that. So what I'll do is I'll pop yesterday's pictures, or a few of them, up here beside me here, and you can have a look and see exactly how I'm looking and tell me how shit that I look. But we'll come back to life, and as you know in the last video, obviously the next couple of weeks will be quite interesting with us starting my first cycle, which I am fucking buzzing for, and I cannot wait for, and it'll be interesting to see, you know, what happens, and that'll be something that you'll obviously have to look out for, because as I said, I will take you through in depth everything that we do for that, you know, and the reasons behind different things, and basically from fucking start to finish on what I'm doing there as well, because that's what YouTube is for, you know. It's for this long form videos of me chatting shit, basically. I'm gonna crack on my day. Hopefully you'll continue watching and enjoy the video. This is the new lens camera setup. So we have Canon EOS Mark 6 or M6 Mark II. I've got my shotgun mic there, of course, from the old camera, and then we have a Tamron 24-70. So we've got the big ass fucking zoom on this bitch now, so we can zoom to 70mm, which is lovely. So this is the new setup that we're going with now. It's a big ass motherfucker. I need to get one of the anal beads again to hold it, because my arm is fucking wrecked. I need to put it down every 2 minutes. But this is what we're rolling with. You probably still can't see like the actual size of it, but this lens here is huge, okay? And that's why I need to start looking in the lens and not the fucking screen, boy. I can't get rid of this cough. But meal 1 is about to go in. The first consumption of the day was water first. And then we got a coffee from the shop, dropping Dan to work, which you will see on the videos as well, of course, because I know people love to see the missus on there, and I love having her on the videos as well. So coffee went down, and meal 1 is about to go down right now, because food needs to go in, and if I don't start early, I'm chasing my tail at the end of the day. So this is Mr. Chiefers, if you haven't seen him already, my little staffy boy, the horniest man in fucking Munster now at the moment, aren't you? You just cannot get enough. Huh? Oh, lads. Breakfast is going to be the standard. Oats, carrot cake whey, frozen dark cherries, and frozen pineapple. With some dark chocolate as well. Next week we're going to do a full day of eating, but the macros, I'm pretty sure I didn't run you through them last week at all. The macros at the moment are 215 net protein, 550 net carb, and like 50 I think net fat. And the reason I'm saying net after each of those macros, lad, seriously, get down, humping my leg, is because I don't trace macros. So basically, in a nutshell, what a trace macro would be, right? If I was having a bagel, the protein from that bagel I wouldn't track. Okay, so like you have 10 grams of protein there from a bagel. It's not really a high quality source of protein, so we're not tracking it. So all the protein that I track is like my lean sources from my meats, my my whey, any protein, proper protein source. Carbs then are like my oats, rice, again bagels, fruits, all of those different things. And then my fats are like my egg, salmon, dark chocolate, any nut butters or anything like that. So they're all kind of the different food sources and groups that I'm having. There's none of this just throw fucking 10 different things in a bowl and hope for the best that I hit my macros, Don't be looking all innocent on the camera now, boy. Huh? Come on. Tell him. Tell him. Come. Yeah, buddy. I don't know about anyone else, I'm still using a small spoon, even though I'm far from a diet right now. But I just, cereal, oats, cream of rice, anything like that, like I'll always still just use a small spoon, because I'm just so used to it from dieting for the last decade of my life. And there we go, finally, meal 1. I'll have meal 1, and then that's when I'll make sure I'll actually start prepping meals for the day, if I hadn't meals prepped already from the night before. Sorry, C-bum is on the fucking laptop. Meal 1 is oats, meal 2 is rice. Depending on what time I'm training, meal 3 is a cereal, which is rice based. Meal 4 is rice again, and meal 5 is whatever's there, like sometimes another bowl of oats, sometimes it's yogurt and some type of carb, could be bagels, absolutely anything. When it comes to the end of the day, like unlike when I'm dieting, like you've seen it in my videos, like especially the full days of eating, when I'm dieting I could go the full day without eating. At the end of the day then I want to cram all my calories into like fucking one huge meal, and that does me. But now that I'm not dieting and I'm gaining, the last thing I want at the end of the day is fucking food. Like this is like my first long ever gaining phase. So I'm still pretty new to all of this as well, like, Alright, this is raw and is as raw as it'll get, but they're the ones I prefer. So, throw the rice on the rice cooker. Finish meal 1. I'm on a break at the minute, and then I have to head to the farm and take the young fella for a big run to tire him out for the day, because he's an active little fucker, as you know, at the moment. What are we up to? Huh? Myself and Chiefers are the only things that are in the fields at this time of year, because every cow is inside in the shed. But out for the spin with the man. What I wanted to touch base with while we're out here on the walk was why I have obviously signed up with
Christian Chapman, and the reasons behind signing up with him, because I said I'd obviously explain it in last video and today as well. But basically, Christian is someone who I've been following for however many years. First he was by himself, just like anyone else, an online coach, and then he obviously founded with a group of other lads the Physique Collective, and they have basically a members site where a lot of educational stuff and some entertainment stuff goes up there as well, which is a paid site, where I do a lot of my learning from, and that's where I do a lot of my study from, and learn all the stuff, you know, that you wouldn't really find on YouTube and stuff. And then the time came around, obviously, when I was making the decision to hop on gear. So Christian was the no-brainer there, really, and being invested in his journey, because I think that's kind of what makes someone decide who they're actually going to get coached by in the end, is investing into that person's journey for however long. You get a new phone because there's no storage left in this phone, and I can't really delete anything else. I apologize, you cut out there. But like I was saying, it's when you invest into someone, you invest into a coach, and I have been following along for them for so long, it does feel right then to you obviously get involved with that then as well. And you know, it's the best decision I've made in a very long time, the best investment that I've made in a very long time, because number one, obviously I'm going to make huge strides in my development and my journey, but also what I'm learning from Christian as a coach myself, I'm going to be able to relay that back to my clients as well, which is another very important part, and that's obviously part of the coaching process. And when you're at that level, is being able to take everything in and be able to deliver that then to your clients as well. So Christian, I don't see myself working with absolutely anyone else, which I shouldn't, and it was the same when I was working with John. You know, I didn't see myself working with anyone else, and that's the way it should be. Like, that's the service that you should be receiving from a coach, and that's what you should expect to get, is to feel like you're one of that coach's only clients, and that's the service that you should be getting, and that's the service that I look to provide myself at the end of the day, because that's the most important thing, is the service, and the quality of the service that you can give to people, essentially. And that's the nitty gritty bit. If you want the basic, the easiest way to understand it is, I've signed up with Christian, we're going to do shit together, we're going to get fucking huge, and hopefully we're going to win some fucking shows together. And that's it in a nutshell. There's no need to overcomplicate things. Working with Christian, trying to get fucking huge. If I don't do all the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing, nothing's going to happen. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who fucking coaches you, alright? The main thing is that you're able to tick your boxes. Yes, people do different ways of coaching, but if you can't tick your boxes, you can't do your training, you can't do your nutrition. Essentially, if you cannot adhere to the plan, you're not going to go anywhere, regardless of whether you're being coached by someone who is known to be one of the best in the world or someone who's known to be one of the shittest. It doesn't matter who the coach is. If you can't adhere to the plan and you can't be accountable to your coach, nothing's going to happen if you don't fucking get the job done yourself, okay? How long are we going for, lad? Are you tired? What are you saying? Good boy. Good boy, Chief. Another big thing, while I'm ranting, is after meals and stuff like that, a big thing that I would recommend for you to do is just try and get a couple of steps in. You know, whether you're at work or school, you know, you can definitely do it. After you've had a meal, a little bit after is just to move around and get that digestive system moving after you've had a meal, instead of just sitting around and letting that food sit there as well after a meal. So after every meal that you have, if you can, and more often than not you're going to be able to, okay, unless you're just making an excuse, move around, because number one, it's going to get you digesting the food properly, and if you're eating a lot of food, you're going to want that food digesting nice and quickly. And then number two, it's going to get your steps up for the day. Everyone, you know, majority of people can get a certain amount of steps done every single day. It's just whether you want to do those steps or not, and majority of people know that, but it's just whether you want to do the steps or not.
Got a package in the post.
This is the first step, people, which is quite strange. Little syringe bin. Nice little package in the door there. Brought Chief home. I'm in for meal 2 now as well, which is perfect timing. I'm gonna crack down to the gym. Some more filming with the boys as well. And I think they're doing a leg session as well, so you'll see that on Instagram more than likely at some stage. But camera's about to die. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I'm just about to have mince and rice now, which you'll probably see in the full day of eating next week. We're going to do a full off-season food shop next week as well with the full day of eating more than likely. These chocolate mousses in Aldi, holy shit lad, I would show you now, but I'm not going to eat one. They are fucking unreal. Way nicer than the chocolate puddings that everyone's obsessing over. A couple of other things, cereal, bagels, have a load more shit in the bag as well. I mean, that cannot be 110 grams of rice. My scales must have been fucking well off earlier. I mean, look at that for a cheesecake of rice. Ah, lad. How am I supposed to be eating that like? Good session with the boys down in the gym this evening just gone. Good laugh recording with them as well. I love making videos with them. A couple of pictures and stuff like that as well. What I was thinking, literally lads, if there's anyone on here or anyone that you know, go away, that is looking to make content, or if you feel like yourself, you know, you're struggling with content at the moment, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, and you know, you're into any of this kind of crack. It doesn't even have to be fitness, it could be beauty kind of stuff, it could be anything. If there's any girls on here watching, literally anything, a barber, anything. I want to film me, I want to take pictures of you because I fucking love it. And now I have a sick rig to do it on, some class lenses, and stuff looks really sexy. So I want people to make content with and to make use of the camera because it's something I fucking really love doing. Camera is just about to die again, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I don't think there's anything much to report on. As I said, next week we're going to do a full day of eating. Next week we are going to be training in a new gym again, I am pretty sure, if I am vlogging for myself, which we will. So I'm looking forward to that as well. We'll have the Manchester vlog. We've got a lot of shit coming up, like Christmas is coming now, and we're going to have a lot of fucking fun for the month of December. But in the meantime, stay tuned for the videos dropping whenever they might drop, because if I have a video there, I'm gonna fucking put it up. And if there's anything else that I can help you out with, drop me a message, drop a comment below if there's anything that you want to see in particular on here that I haven't said that I'm gonna put up, and we'll be speaking to you. Subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you guys next week for some more videos. I am fucking loving being back on the tube. I missed it, but we're back here to stay now. In a bit, guys.